Okay, quickly, here's part 2 of the video entitled How Can We Determine the First Day of the First Month? And the purpose of this video is to test and prove all things by sharing with you this evening's events outside with the sun setting and the moon rising. As I share actual film footage of this event this evening, keep in mind Yahuwah and his calendar of light hangs in the heavens and not on a wall like the world and its calendars do. As shared earlier, a full moon event is when the Earth is between the sun and the moon. The sun shines past the Earth, thus illuminating the moon at 100% illumination. Hello again. Here we are for another scriptural study. We have the phenomena once again of the full moon evening, where the moon will shine all through the night as it rises in the east. Behind me is the sun setting. It's scheduled today to have a sunset at 8:25 p.m. Here this evening for our local area, which is Barrie, Ontario. So the sun is setting in the west, the moon is getting ready to rise in the east for a whole evening, as Enoch said in chapter 78. And the great thing about this event is it happens once every month for all months throughout the year. Tonight is a special evening though, because tomorrow at sunrise, after this full moon event, sunrise will announce New Moon Day. And with that said, we will have our first day of the first month of the annual time period. There's a great debate in regards to when Abib indeed does take place. This year, 2015, many argued that March 20th or 21st, depending if you brought the new year in with a conjunction moon, or the sliver moon the following day, stated that Abib was ripened. But most people, if they're honest, can look around in creation and see behind me none of the trees have started to spring forth their leaves, if you will. Many people this year, no matter where you are in the world, stated that the spring came in late. It did not sprung or sprang, if you will, early. Bottom line is creation does what creation does. In the month of April, the Gregorian month, the pagan named month, it was a 13th month year. And most people are not aware that in the Creator's calendar, Yahuwah's calendar has a 13th month in a set time period of years. And there's a reason for that, which we'll cover in subsequent videos. So again, very controversial, but again, just look around. Creation. The leaves are not even starting to bud here in the hometown that I'm even living at. And we just came out of the Grand Canyon in Arizona, and there was still ice in the trails within the canyon. And again, this is desert area or territory within the United States of America. Think about the sojourners when they left Egypt. Israel left Egypt on the Exodus, and when they were sojourning in the desert, they didn't have any human devices to measure time. And as a result, the four witnesses, which include the sun, moon with the stars, let alone Abib, is perfectly in order in regards to following the full moon phase. So more to follow in this video. We're going to go now look at the moonrise in the east. Well, here we are testing and proving all things once again, as a Berean should. Behind me is the new full moon. We're in the pagan month of May. It's the evening of the 3rd. But tomorrow at sunrise will be the first day of the first month of the observable calendar of Yahuwah. As you can see, I don't have to wait for any human being to tell me day 1. As Enoch stated in his chapter 78, the full moon, being new moon, will shine all through the night, and as it shows behind me, it will rise in the east, and then for the whole night, tonight, shine through the whole night and then set in the west. Again, I do not have to rely on anybody to tell me that they have just seen the first sliver, or the problematic conjunction moon, understanding when that actually comes to play. So again, Yahuwah's calendar is something that can be seen by all with the naked eye. In front of me is a telescope. Why? Well, behind that moon right now is the constellation Bethula. Bethula in Hebrew is the Virgin, and is the first constellation where the full moon starts off the year, and finishes with the 12th constellation, which is Leo, or the Lion of Yehuda. The Messiah Yahushua finishes the year off in the movement of the full moon through the 12 constellations, starting off with Bethula, the Virgin, into Leo the Lion in regards to becoming King of Kings and Masters of Masters. So a very simple setup in regards to the sun, the moon in alignment with the stars, and then the final witness, the fourth witness, Abib. And Abib is all about the ripening of Abib. And everyone this year had stated that the spring was coming in far too late, but creation does what it does, and as if you notice behind me, probably very hard to see, is the fact that the trees aren't having leaves yet, and everyone is saying that spring is late. Well, it's not late. The month of April was a 13th month in Yahuwah's calendar. Remember, Yahuwah's calendar does not name any of the months. It does not name any of the days. It numbers everything. So with that said, the telescope here as well is for those folks that live in a city where the light pollution, if you will, kind of doesn't allow you to see the stars. So behind me is a telescope, or in front of me, sorry, is a telescope that aids in that manner. There are other tools, if you're in the city, such as an app for an iPod or an iPad called Skyview, and in a second here I will share what the full moon looks like, because this evening it will be below the feet of Bethula, representing Revelation chapter 12 verse 1, that great sign with the woman giving birth and the moon under her feet. And again, the sun right now is opposite of the full moon. The earth is between the sun and the moon, and as a result we can see the full moon. And as Enoch shared in scripture, he had stated that the sunlight was giving 1/7 of its energy or portion of light to this moon behind me, making it a full moon. So allow me to stop this part of the video and share with you the app on Skyview to share with you this great sign or event in the heavens under Revelation chapter 12 verse 1. Okay, here's a great example of the app that you can download for free on your iPod or iPad. And in the camera view right now, the real full moon is shining brightly, as we discussed, and this happens once every month. And for this particular evening of the 5th month of the Gregorian calendar, third night, tomorrow at sunrise, when the sun comes up, it will announce New Moon Day, because the moon this evening will shine through the whole night, as Enoch said in chapter 78. But as you can see on the app here, for the people that live in a city and can't see the stars because of the pollution or light pollution of man-made structures and buildings and so forth, these apps are very, very helpful. And as you can see in this app, it shows the constellation or Mazzaroth Bethula, the woman who bears a child, a virgin birth, and you'll see the moon at her feet. In another couple of hours, that moon will move below her feet and will become illuminated at 100%, if you will. So again, this is one night out of every month that this happens, and for the first month of the year, this only happens with the constellation Virgo. And in my previous videos, the full moon phase follows through the 12 constellations, starting with Virgo and then ending with Leo the Lion. And as you all know, the Messiah Yahushua came from the tribe of Yehuda, and the tribe of Yehuda was and had the emblem of a lion. So pretty neat stuff. So you can use telescopes, you can use apps, but at the end of the day, as you can see from the video here, get outside and view this phenomenon once a month, and it tells you the first day of every given month. And for this evening, because of the alignment with Virgo, Bethula, if you will, the Virgin, it is the first month. So Happy New Year, so to speak. And with all of that said, welcome to New Moon Day tomorrow at sunrise. More to follow. So as we've seen, there's a reason why the moon is considered steadfast, a loyal witness that is established forever. So there's enough scriptural passages over and above what you see in this visual. No time to go through them all now. We'll leave those for subsequent studies. So let's remember Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. A very, very important and great sign is indeed seen in the heavens once a month, and at the start of the year, the full moon will be below the feet of the woman, or Bethula, the virgin. Again, there are a lot of tools at your disposal that are free, such as Stellarium as you see here. And you can see the same time period that we're talking about this evening is captured on this app. You'll see the moon below the feet of the woman, Bethula, or Virgo. And again, you have sky view, but more importantly, get outside and witness this for yourself. It's fully observable to the naked eye, and you do not need any human being to coach and or guide you through this. Yahuwah does it all for you. So again, the Earth is between the sun and the moon on a full moon event, and we only hope that these videos have gotten you closer to understanding this material by visually seeing it and observing it. So again, don't rely on me, don't trust me, go and test and prove all things, work out your own salvation in fear and trembling, and enjoy the steadfast heavenly luminaries and how they act consistently from month to month, year to year. So let's finish off this evening at the source, the scriptures, the word itself. Reading from Tehillim, meaning praises, changed to the word Psalms, chapter 8, verse 3, it states, "For I see your Shemayim, the heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have established." And we have seen what Yahuwah has indeed established here this evening. So thank you for allowing us to share in the name which is above all names. And once again, many blessings in the name of Yahuwah. And thank you for the feedback and the support from all Bereans and the repairers of the breach. All the best to you, everyone.